Hi, Psychic America. This is Tracy Brown coming from California. Today's the 12th, and it's 2 o'clock California time. And I'm going to do a reading. And I'm going to do a reading on, drum roll please, the Pope. The Pope. The Pope resigned. I don't think a Pope has resigned in 700 years or 600 years or something like that. And this is like scandalous. Like, why did the Pope resign? Oh, Pope, why did you leave? Why are you leaving? I think February 28th is his last day. And he's resigning. Oh, and I got new glasses. You like them? I don't know. I liked them at the time, and then, because I got my glasses stolen, and they were stolen. But now, I don't like them so much. But I'm stuck with them. I hope you like them. But I'm going to wear them, because I normally don't wear them during my readings. But because I haven't been wearing them, I'm actually blind. Okay, enough about me. The Pope. The Pope. Pope. Why did you resign, Pope? Why did you resign? Okay, so this is a sensitive topic with me, because I was born and raised Catholic. There aren't too many black Catholics. But I was born and raised Catholic, married Catholic. And then I went to get divorced in a Catholic church. I go to Catholic church and I'm like, listen, what do I do? I'm getting a divorce, but I want to do it the right way through the church. And they said to me, well, it's called an annulment. And I was like, what is this? I was like, oh, okay, good. So, what do I have to do? So it's this big write-up. You explain why your marriage is falling apart, blah, blah, blah. And then they said, and I said, well, what does it mean exactly? Like, what is the end result? And the priest said, it means your marriage never existed. I already had a child by that time. And I said that to him. I was like, well, how do you explain having a document out there which means that your marriage never existed, and yet you have a child? I mean, I didn't hate his father. I just wanted a divorce. So, at the time, because my son is 24, at the time, there wasn't much leeway in annulment in its direction. And I don't think it's changed very much, but I don't know. But I didn't go through with the annulment. I did go through with the divorce, happily, but not the annulment, because my son, how can something not exist when something existed through a relationship? So I didn't go through with the annulment out of respect for my baby, who's now 24. But that really made me mad with the Catholic Church. So then I left the Catholic Church and I went Southern Baptist, which is one extreme. One extreme to the other. Whatever. Pope, talk to me, Pope. Please God help me with this reading. How come the Pope resigned? What's the reason why the Pope resigned? Talk to me. Talk to me. Why did the Pope resign? Why did the Pope resign? That's odd. So, that's odd. My last card is a legal card. Public scrutiny, legal. Public scrutiny, legal. Taking full-on responsibility. Taking full-on responsibility. I think it was sacrifice. Okay. It definitely does have something to do with morals and moral issues, and probably the whole church scandal, which it did not begin with him. But his legacy, if he didn't resign, his legacy will end based upon moral scrutiny. He didn't want that. He walked into this problem. He did not incorporate this problem. However, there is some responsibility here. There's some responsibility and some legal responsibility that still could be coming to him. It's kind of like suing the Pope. Does that seem a little odd to you? And I don't want it to seem odd to you because we're in a different era right now, and nobody's exempt from being sued or being placed upon public scrutiny, which still could come to him. So it doesn't really matter that he resigns. It actually could become worse because he resigns, because he's no longer the Pope. They may not have touched him so heavily as the Pope, but something's coming to him. He did it as a sacrifice, and he thought long and hard about it. He's been thinking about it for the last 6 months. The scrutiny between, and this is worldwide, like, understand that whatever the Catholic Church does with their pedophilias, their priests that are pedophilias, it's worldwide. So it definitely has something to do with children. There's a man that's coming after him. It's an ordinary man. There's a man that's coming after him. And he's known about it for some time. The Pope has known about this particular man for some time. He's coming after him, but he's charging for him. Because there is some personal responsibility. Now, this is throughout history. This is throughout his history. Although he's 80-something, there is something that he participated in or that he helped cover up for the sacrifice of the church that has to do with morals. And I have this, like the raping of these children or the touching of these children. That's coming back to haunt him. He doesn't want to be the first Pope to have this as his history. It's kind of like he doesn't want to be Nixon. Does that make sense? You know, he doesn't want to be Nixon. He doesn't want that to be his history. But I have to tell you, it's going to be his history anyway. Because I just see where he is being made accountable. Like, he cannot get away from this. This is a lot bigger than you and I as ordinary people realize. Now, this scandal, the rivers run deep. And we all know this. There's something about knowing all of this that we all know, but we're not numb to it. And it's coming back to haunt him, but in a legal kind of way, legally. It's going to take some time. The resignation comes first, then the hoopla over the new Pope, then they go back to the, I feel like it's an excommunicated Pope. I don't know why I'm saying that, but they go back to Pope Benedict. And when they circle back to Pope Benedict, it's going to take the glory away from the new Pope, which is going to be fine. Because the new Pope that comes along is not going to be ready for all that ensues. And then he is going to show support to the public by putting a lot of the blame on Pope Benedict. There's a sacrifice that's coming along, like sacrificial lamb, like he's going to take the blame. And in a weird kind of way, this is why he is Pope. He is Pope for that reason. He's Pope literally to take on the burden of the public scandal. It is his sacrifice. It is what he was born to do. I know that sounds weird, but in my world it's not weird. So he was literally born to take on this scandal and to mask the energy of the new pope. So we're all going to miss why the new pope is chosen. Because so much is going to go on Pope Benedict. That's interesting, huh? It has a lot to do with other countries and countries over there, other countries, America being one. But it's worldwide, this problem. It's disgusting. A lot of victims. A lot of victims. He ends his legacy somewhat ashamed. And you will see that he will return to his homeland, Germany, to live out the rest of his life. I don't think he's going to stay in the confines of the Catholic Church. I feel like excommunicated, and I don't know why that's coming up, but not that he leaves the church, but that he leaves feeling like so wronged and so unloved. And that's why he came into this world, to take this burden on. There is an attack coming to the Pope, and I don't think it's a literal attack. I would be really surprised if it's a literal attack, but it actually could be a literal attack, because I just think that because of the scandal, the public scandal, the situation just escalates and gets worse and gets worse. It never gets better. And Pope Benedict gets everything, whether he's the Pope or whether he's not the Pope, he gets it. So it could be a literal attack, by the way. I just see swords. So I don't think it's going to be, I see swords. In any case. Yep. There's an attack coming. Oh my God. I hope sometimes I get scared when I do my own readings. Because there's just some things you don't want to be right about, but it is what it is. So I see an attack coming. I see it in terms of swords. It's not an army though. It's not an army, but it is like a knife or a sword. So the attack is insidious. Attack comes, and I feel like it comes from behind. Attack is insidious. Wow. Well, and it's all coming out of the church's scandal, and his personal participation. He had personal participation in all of these scandals. So there's a cover-up in all of this that he participated in. And the river runs deep. And it's all going to come out in the wash. And good luck to him. So he's stepping down because he doesn't want to be the Pope that is our version of Nixon. But he still gets the blame. He gets the attack. The burden falls on him. He literally came into this world and took this role to take the burden of the church on his back. That's the way I see it. Sounds weird. So all the Catholic people, don't be mad at me. It's a reading. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It's what I see. Okay, so gotta end it here. It's a little lengthy than I had anticipated. It is January 12th, around 2:15. Thank you. And you can get your own personal readings at the GREENMANSTORE.com. Walk-ins and phone. I'm in North Hollywood, and you can call me at the store. It's a store, 818-985-2010. Thanks, guys.